Dear colleagues, good morning. I'm going to record the answers to the questions. I will do pauses as it was requested, and quality will be good enough. So now I'm going to answer to the first question. Violence against women and girls remains global pandemic, and we can find so many examples in almost any of the countries in the world. But at the same time, indeed, some of the countries do better, some not so good. So the World Health Organization estimates that 1 in 3 women globally is subjected to physical and or sexual violence in their lifetime, and 1 of 10 women globally has survived it over the last year. And also, I must add that as of 2023, more than 640 million women and girls were married before the age of 18. It is also needed to mention that discrimination peaks within families as social norms confine women to caregiving and reproductive roles, resulting in women dedicating 2.6 times more time to unpaid domestic work than men, and limited agency, notably in matters of inheritance, intensifies women's vulnerability to economic hardships. And of course, we just must underline that we need to continuously fight stereotypes about gender roles. We need to fight stereotypes about proper or non-proper behavior of women, and about the actions to be taken. Like, for example, when we talk about women empowerment, it's not really about the empowerment of women to be better in cooking food or whatever. So that's why I would really like to pay attention in regards of what measures are being taken to deal with the numbers uh, of discrimination and violence against women, which some of I mentioned before. So to address violence against women, it is imperative to counter harmful social norms that normalize men's use of violence. This necessitates the establishment of robust and comprehensive legal framework with strong systems encompassing all forms of violence, including emotional, by the way. The second question. First of all, I would like to compliment the Embassy of Latvia in Azerbaijan for its multi-faced efforts, serving not only as an embassy, but also as a NATO focal point here in Azerbaijan. It effectively communicates both our national narrative and NATO's agenda. And the active engagement of the embassy plays a crucial role in promoting women's equality, empowerment, and the Women, Peace and Security program, which are integral components of this overreaching agenda. With this meaning, both national and NATO. I should remind that Women, Peace and Security Initiative has become a strategic priority for NATO and is included in new NATO strategic concept adopted in Madrid in 2022. And our embassy, in collaboration with Azerbaijani partners, such as ADA University, for example, and international counterparts like those from Swiss and the United Kingdom, has successfully implemented various projects, including mentioned exhibition. This marks a significant stride toward fostering transformative shifts in social and societal perspectives, and perhaps even more crucially, in women's self perception. These changes exert a substantial influence on other dimensions of society and politics, including legislative considerations, as well as countering harmful social norms that normalize men's use of violence. Also, I would like to mention that it is very important to think not only about legal framework or or some kind of political initiatives. It is super important to pay attention to grassroots level. And here, such projects as the one which was made in Tower to be woman might be really effective. The third question. It is indeed a valid concern, and the 16 Days of Activism Against Violence Against Women campaign emphasized that every individual, regardless of their position or influence, can contribute to eliminating gender-based violence. And here I could give some, let's say, recommendations for your listeners. First of all, it's about rise of awareness. It is crucial to share information about the campaign and its objectives or the topic in general with your friends, family, and social networks. Each of us, we can use voice to spread awareness about the impact of gender-based violence. Second, we can educate ourselves. We can continue educate ourselves. We can stay informed about various forms of gender-based violence and the underlying issues. So with this, I mean the building up knowledge about gender-based violence in the really wide spectrum, starting from physical violence at home up to emotional violence in the workspace or other environments. And here, knowledge is a powerful tool in challenging stereotypes and promoting understanding. And this leads me to the third point, that about challenging stereotypes. So in a case if we actively challenge those views or stereotypes and question gender stereotypes in our daily life, we also can encourage discussions that challenge preconceived notions and promote equality. Also, we can support victims. So if we encounter someone experiencing gender-based violence, we can offer support and encouragement. We can share resources and information about available support services, or we can support by ourselves. I must mention also that we are those who can promote gender equality at work. We can advocate for promoting gender equality in workspace by encouraging fair treatment and equal opportunities for all, regardless the gender. We can use social media for advocacy. So we can leverage social media platforms to share information, stories, and resources related to gender-based violence. we can amplify the voices of those working towards the change. And the final point, which I would like to mention here, is self-reflection. I think time to time, it's really crucial to examine your own beliefs and behaviors. Consider how you can contribute to more inclusive and equal society through your or my or any other individual actions and attitudes. So thus we need to remember that collective efforts, no matter how small, contribute to the broader movement against gender-based violence. Everyone has a role to play in increasing a safer and more equal world.